Ding ding dong, ding ding dong, ding dong, ping pong, bing bong.
Bing, 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 bong, bong, bing, bing, ding.
Bing bing bing,
Bring, bring, bring.
bing 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 bong. Bing 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 bing.
Doodaloo, doodaloo.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hoodaloo, doodaloo.
Ping ping ping.
Yoodaloo,
Pong
doodaloo.
pong pong.
Rippee-pee-lee.
Ding ding ding.
Yoodaloo, doo-a-doo.
Boop boop boop.
Hoobadoo-pee-pee-lee.
Beep beep boop boop. Bling 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 bling.
Welcome to Taking the Credit, episode number 64. Shout out to Nintendo. Thank you for the sponsorship in advance.
You have to start over because John cried. She didn't like that intro.
Okay.
I'm joking. You know, keep going. Just redo it. It was supposed to be like a joke. She's
Yeah,
crying,
no,
so
I
it's
wasn't going to actually do it. It was more
Oh.
like a motion,
fine. Okay.
like a act out thing. So, nice. All right, ready?
I mean, we were going, didn't we?
Yeah, we still are. But are you ready for the redo?
Yeah.
3, 2. Ding 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 dong 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 dong.
Do 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 do
Ding 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 ding. Boop 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 boop. Welcome to Taking the Credit, episode number 64. And my oh my, do I love our puppy. Did she cry?
No, she didn't that time.
Yeah, she liked that one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're back at it. Life is busy. Life is good though.
Mm-hmm.
Life is busy, but it's good.
It's good when your credit card increases.
Your limit.
It's good when your coworkers are awesome.
Yeah.
Even though your job is awful and you feel swamped.
Yeah. Swamped.
And it's good when you are finished Christmas shopping for the third time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking
And when
of
there's pot pie for dinner.
pot pie. Not Popeyes.
Pot pie.
Just for that was sorry.
Popeye.
That was for
Popeye.
for our listeners in case you thought that
Popeye.
she perhaps said Popeye.
Popeyes.
Like the chicken.
Popeye.
We are having chicken.
I keep thinking about the Post. I'll eat some fried chicken. Are we
Well,
mad at them for any reason?
I think you are. Maybe.
No, Long Tucky is on my list. What's the other one? Oh, I got an email from Long Tucky. I'm assuming it's just
Really?
like a holiday thing. They said to show up, show them my ID, and then I'll get a free 4-pack.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a deal.
I think it's a holiday thing. It's like happy holidays from blah, blah, blah. And like show up and show us your ID and we'll give you a free 4-pack. But I can't go in there because they think I'm cheap or something
Well,
because
they
they
don't-
shorted me $2 and I complained about it.
That person may not work there
That guy
anymore.
was like high. I swear to God, like that guy was so weird. And that's why it like tripped me up because like if it was anyone that was very like, hey, oh, I'm sorry, like we'll get you this. He was kind of like, like he just seemed all over the place and it wasn't even busy. So it was just super weird. It seemed like he was on something.
Maybe
So
he
I was
was
kind of
new.
annoyed that he like, I don't know. No.
He could have been new.
He had a mustache. Like one of them hipster men.
That doesn't mean that he's been there for a long time.
Well, I don't know. But
Perfect.
yeah, so Long Tucky, who else? Mike O'Shea's. We're not going to Mike O'Shea's.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, that is the one I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
But that's okay because
That's so
it's
funny
whatever.
because that was like, I mean, I guess, can I say that it would have been like a Longmont staple for your family for a while?
Yeah, we used to go there all the time. And realistically, like we could still go there,
Yeah.
but I can't because I just
You could.
made a bad. I mean, they messed up real bad, but I sounded like a dick for how I just reacted to it. But I didn't realize it until like I thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, that was bad, but
Right.
it's not my fault.
Yeah. I mean, they handled that situation.
Very poorly.
What is she doing?
Just Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
Sorry,
Oh my
I know
God,
you
okay.
couldn't hear that.
Yeah, I was like, why is she just suddenly crying so much?
She's mad because we're talking about food and she wants her bone.
Probably. She's a hungry girl. Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Arr!
She's getting speaky with you.
Look, you can talk
Yeah.
through our fancy $400 microphones.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, they weren't that much. They were $20.
Oh,
They
it was
were
a
Christmas
cash register
presents.
sound effect.
To ourselves.
To ourselves, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
This was a reward for
I've
hard
thought of
work and
something.
dedication.
To get you last night. Oh, it's great. You're going to be so excited. You're going to be like, oh my God.
Have you got her something?
Kyle, he's like, no, I don't ever get anything for anyone.
See, neither have I. But it's not because she hasn't told me what she wants. It's because...
Yes.
Yeah.
When I'm drunk. That's very accurate. I definitely tend to be a little more shoppy after I've had a couple drinks.
Yeah. But, or just all the time.
I'll find you a clothing item that I want tonight. That's not... How much... What are you looking to spend on peepees? People, sorry. That was a weird time. I refer to people as peepees a lot, but then it just kind of weird. But what are you looking to spend?
A lot of good BOGO deals.
What are you looking to spend?
That's not a good thing to refer to people by.
No, it's fine. I say
Yeah.
it all the time.
Yeah, it's fine. She says it all the time.
All the time.
So you know it's good.
It's good.
So, what's your budget?
100. Wow, that's really open.
That is.
Just so you know, I've spent...
Uh-oh.
Don't say it.
Come on. You don't need to do this.
I won't. It's fine.
Back, Kyle. You work
Yeah.
minimum wage and you're sad.
No.
Spend all of your earnings.
Jude thinks the light needed to be a little bit closer.
Oh.
Honestly, it did. Thanks, Jude. Yeah. Well, that makes it a little easier, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to get her.
So Courtney commented on a Facebook status from 2011 that I commented on her Facebook wall and said, I hope you have fun in Louisville today. And also, I hope your meeting went well. And thank you for cleaning again. And let's have coffee for dinner tonight. Haha. And couscous. That is all, Court Meow. I shall see you later. Yeah,
Wow.
couscous. I know, that's funny because we used to like not eat very much at all back in the day. And I was just talking about that to Mom the other day. Like apparently as we get older, the only way to really lose weight, even if you exercise and eat healthy, is just to not eat. Otherwise you're like, it's a lot harder once you hit a certain age. But yeah, so I'll find something to send to you.
What age is that?
Now, me, right now, that's happening. I exercise all the time. I mean, I took like a week or two off, I think, a couple of weeks ago because work was really stressful. But for the most part, we've been eating pretty healthy. I do drink quite a bit. But on top of that, like, I'm still very large. So.
It's ridiculous. It's nonsense.
Excuse me. No. Okay, so I'm not large.
You remember like when your mom was like, you can't say that you're going on a diet in front of like people who could benefit from going on a diet?
See, that's rude. I'm not saying
I'm
anyone
not
needs
s-
to go on
look,
a diet.
Look, I'm not even...
Kyle, you should go on a diet.
That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there
You
are
haven't eaten?
people who
Don't eat.
listen...
I'm making chicken pot pie, so. You want chicken pot pie? Wow, jeez.
Anyway, there are people who listen who look at you and I and may think like, I would like to get to that place. And I mean, sure, you and I still have like dysmorphia to an extent, but I just don't know like how much we should be
Like my hat?
saying things like we're gross or whatever, because, you know, just not true.
Can
Right.
you hear that?
Yeah. I don't know if anyone else would actually be able to pick that up, but
I thought these were $400 very fancy mics that can pick up everything.
no, you don't want them to pick up everything. That's why they're fancy, is so they don't pick up everything.
That's why you can't hear Jude watching Frasier in the background.
Yeah. Hopefully not, anyway. Or else we might get flagged
Oh,
for
no.
having Frasier content. Yeah, I don't think that's a problem. But I did text Nick and shouted him out
for putting on Frasier.
he put
for
it
John.
on. He
We
was
didn't
like
do it.
walking
He
out
was
as we
leaving.
were coming in the door.
Frasier for John.
And
It's her
there was-
favorite show.
Yeah, it's her favorite
Just
show.
like the Grinch song is her favorite Christmas song. Especially the part when the guy sings the stink, stank, stunk.
Oh, you're right.
That's her
She
favorite
does
part.
like that.
Yeah.
But she also does like the intro song to Frasier all time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. I think that was episode 2 of Taking the Credit, actually.
Interesting.
Maybe episode 3. We were episode 2 in Breckenridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. 90 Day Fiance. That was
I mean,
my first time saying
you're
it.
for the first couple episodes of this podcast were you and Nick. So
But we did the second one.
we did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a throwback. Remember when Nick and Eli were supposed to podcast and then I ended up doing it?
Do you remember that, Kyle? Yeah. And that's fine. That is okay.
No, that is fine. This is
It's-
great. Now I've
it's-
got all these memories recorded.
Yeah. And
Was
this
it
is something
snowing?
that I like to
No, I
do.
don't
So
know. Does it smell like
I was
snow?
gonna do it no matter what. And here we are
Chicken
on
pot
the
pie.
pod.
If you'd prefer chicken pot pie instead of Chipotle. I'm gonna eat so much chicken pot pie.
You're getting Chipotle?
Kyle has Chipotle.
Oh,
I would like some fried chicken. If you guys are okay with it, let's have the post tomorrow night. Does that sound good? I could really go
Nice.
for some fried chicken.
episode 2.
Scrambled.
The
That's nice.
couples retreat. Nice. Couples retreat, episode 2. I should take these off of private mode.
I'm so hungry. Couscous sounds really good. I should have got some from the store.
We don't need it though.
I'm going to bring some more presents down there later, maybe. I don't know. Actually, I like having a fair amount up here and some downstairs. I don't like whatever. I feel like in the past years, your dad and
Linda?
stepmom have sent us gifts wrapped.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any logistical sense.
This year's Amazon boxes, which is fine. I'm not
That's how it was
complaining. I'm
last
just
year,
saying in
too.
past. I don't remember that.
I've never wrapped a gift and sent it to them.
Huh?
Amazon does its own wrapping too. So
Yeah, I mean,
It's wrapped in there, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
Did
they'll
you
just,
order
like-
anything on Amazon under my name?
No.
Okay, so then that definitely came from your dad.
there we go.
I didn't order anything, did I? I don't think so. I haven't been
Was it
drinking
delivered
that
today?
much. Yes.
No.
Okay, well, there you go.
I at least haven't had any emails saying like you're
Whatever
It's
is
been
delivered. My magnetic eyeliner was the last
We're
thing that I
supposed to get
ordered.
your snow globe. I meant to look that up earlier.
Ooh. I can't look because you don't want me to see it.
I know, but I thought it would be here by now. Maybe Monday. I gotta figure this out because
I have to find something now for Kyle to buy me. I'm so excited.
it's gonna be quite the task, I'm sure.
Are you kidding me? I've got like 10 things in my anthropology cart. I'll send him all of them.
What is it about anthropology?
I don't know what it is, but I think when I was younger, I was more obsessed with like.
Monday. Snow globe Monday.
Okay, very good. Where did I used to shop before? Forever 21. I mean, they've got really bland clothes, and in the past, I've been very bland.
Hot Topic.
I never shopped at Hot Topic. Not really.
The studded chokers. Spencer's.
No, I never shopped at Spencer's either.
candle.
Yankee Candle.
Yeah.
Hollister. But again, like they have very plain clothes. I like plain clothes. The Buckle,
AE
American Eagle, and then I discovered Free People.
Express.
No, I never shopped at Express really.
Outfitters.
Urban Outfitters, yeah.
Eddie
That's why I
Bauer.
like going to the place in Boulder.
Yeah, the Boulder store, and then the one in Denver. I went to that one a couple times. I remember one time I bought it was over $100, and it felt really expensive at the time, but it was like such a cool dress. And then I was struggling financially, so I returned it because I felt way too guilty keeping it. I did not steal it. I didn't steal anything from Urban Outfitters. I feel like that store was way too
You keep the tags on and you wear it
monitored.
once or twice, right? And then you take it back.
Yeah.
$7.93 in shipping for the thing to remove the sensors. You can buy this on eBay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's not.
I know it's not insane. No. But no, I think this year, like Urban Outfitters, I used to shop. And then I remember it was like in January is when I bought a lot of Urban Outfitters clothes this year and returned a lot of it. And then I think midway through the year, I discovered Free People.
Sorry.
And I was like, wow, this is great. And I've always loved Anthropologie. Like, I usually don't get a lot of clothes from there because I feel like I have a hard time finding stuff when I go in person. But then because everything's been electronic this year, I've been like, ooh, this one came from them. And I wouldn't have probably looked at it in a store, but I saw it online. And I was like, yes. And here it is.
Here it is. I like it.
Knows how to play the banjo.
That'd be cool. Suddenly.
It's the hat.
There we go. Banjo for Christmas.
That's the hat.
Everybody
It's
loves
got
a
really
banjo
warm.
Christmas.
That's the power of the banjo.
Yeah. I
That's
like
good.
your outfit.
Thank you.
I like your shirt. It's nice. Your
I like
hat's
the hat.
cool.
All right. See you, Kyle. Thanks for joining.
Bye, Kyle.
Now we're going to get really bored. What are we going to talk about?
Oh, God. Well, there's so much that I could talk about.
I know. Work has been busy.
Yeah.
For me, that's pretty much a blanket statement, but you can go ahead and talk a little bit and I'll just zone out. Maybe I'll go stir the chicken really quick.
Okay.
There you go.
Zoom in on me. Just kidding. That's like me talking to myself in editing, but I don't actually listen back, so it's not going to happen. But
Ewoks are just Vietnamese teddy bears.
Why?
The Viet Cong and guerrilla warfare.
do Ewoks do that?
Star Wars?
I mean, it's been a long time, but is that part of their thing? Guerrilla warfare?
Yeah.
Ewoks? Wow. Okay.
They're just Viet Cong teddy bears.
Okay. Run it back. I guess that's an actual like
That's what I'm leaving you
thing. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks,
Think
Kyle.
about it. Talk about it.
I don't think we should talk about it.
Or let's do.
I need a better education on Star Wars. I feel like certain parts of Star Wars and Indiana Jones just kind of mesh. Maybe, I don't know. I've never actually seen Indiana Jones either, so I don't know. I was going to talk about something, and
How dare you? What are you doing? Stop.
that needs to be... Hey, don't mess with it. Hey, stop messing with it.
This is mine.
No.
Does green look good on me? Is green a good color for me?
Yeah. Is green a good color for me?
You know what is really awful about these apps is like when people leave reviews, like the models look really nice in the clothes and then the people usually look like poop. So then you're kind of like, ooh.
What? The models don't look good?
Yeah, they look good and then people leave reviews with pictures of themselves in the
Oh.
clothing and then you're kind of like, ooh.
Oh, I mean,
Obviously,
that's
I get that.
subjective,
But...
but yeah.
All right, sorry, you're talking about your week.
Was I? I don't even know if I was like really getting into anything.
And
For
then
whatever
Kyle
reason, I
came in.
feel like I did. Yeah, I was not his fault, but I was really thrown off by that.
Well, I feel really good that we're already 17 minutes into this, so we could do it for like 15 or so more. And then it's relaxation station, chicken pot pie time.
Yeah, chicken pot pie is really exciting. Thank you so much for doing that. I am thrilled. Yeah, I think I was talking about, I feel like when we do these, I get quieter and quieter. I don't know if that's because I've had the headphones on longer and so I get like more tuned into the sound coming back at me, or if I just get more boring and the energy fizzles out. I'm really not sure what that is, but could figure that out. So anyway, yeah, started a new job this past week, and it's like, I think I've talked about a little bit of it, but in a company that I was like working part-time with, but now it's a full-time position, different position that's full-time, so I'm still going to be doing my part-time work with them, but also taking on this full-time job, so I'll be busy. First weekend working weekends as well, so that's new. I really like having free time. I mean, probably so does everybody else, but I like my job. I'm really interested in learning more also. But man, I guess what it really comes down to for me is a structure and a routine.
Mm-hmm.
So since I don't really know my schedule still, I just need to figure out whatever that structure and routine is going to look like, so then I can figure out like when I will have my downtime, when I'll have relaxing time. So that'll be interesting to adjust to, but it's a good thing. I'm just more stressed about the schedule, and that I'll figure out soon. So that's cool. Big change. Like,
Yeah.
I know I was talking with you about this, but it's like, not that my previous job was easy. It's just a matter of like working somewhere for 6.5 years. I got comfortable enough with it that it became easy to do. So now I'll be learning a different skill altogether, and working with a new team and all sorts of things. So it'll be different, but it'll be good to learn, and definitely more of a rewarding role. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So just taking on more responsibility and more opportunities through work. That's pretty much the main thing. And it's good. I mean, I guess I do like challenging myself in ways. So just figuring out that balance will be key.
Yeah.
And today was good.
Yeah, it was a busy day. It was pretty. It felt like a long day. I woke up early. Imagine if I would have slept in. This day would have been completely different. Probably.
Yeah. Or
for me at least,
just wouldn't have showered before we went. Or maybe you wouldn't have come.
God. Actually, before, like when you did your second group in there, when I was about to go work out, I started working out. And I was like, I'm going to do that hair treatment. So I came back in here and like let that stuff sit on my head. And then I washed it. So I wouldn't have gone without showering. That's for sure. Or I wouldn't have done that. But then my hair was still pretty gross. So either way, I would have showered. But if I would have slept in till like 10 or so, I probably wouldn't have worked out. I would have taken John, come back and gotten ready. So I fit everything in. I'm glad I went too, because I feel like it's nice to support you.
Well, I appreciate it. And I feel like it's a better dynamic as well, just having you with me. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate. I worked this morning. I mean, I worked like a total of 2.5 hours or something, spread out, maybe 3, I guess, if I count the work that I was doing before the first group.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was working all day or anything, but we just had to get, I mean, I had to be done with everything by 2:00 this afternoon. And Kirsten woke up early, made breakfast for us.
Well, popped some cinnamon rolls in the oven.
That's
not really.
It was awesome, though. She prepared a royal breakfast for us. And then while I was working,
I woke up at 8:45. Actually, it was 8:42. I looked at my phone.
She walked the pup. She worked out. She got ready for the day. And then
we went to the grocery store.
Well, we did
I
that
walked
later,
the John.
But yeah, it was good. I mean, thank you for being there with me. It was great. So we went to this place, Mas Aya. I think I talked about it a little bit on the last episode, just because I was supposed to go there last weekend, and then things got out of control and didn't have a schedule as set as I would have liked. So didn't end up going last weekend, and essentially just called last weekend, and we scheduled for me to come out today. And it's awesome. It's a hospice home, and it's interesting to know like how they do it. I think that's really cool that they like contract, or they just like partner essentially with hospice care, so that like any hospice agency could come out there and provide care if somebody has like a preferred agency that they'd like to use, then they could. And that's just like a really nice place for people to live.
The built-in waterfall was my favorite part, I have to say. Like, of the physical building, it seems like the care and everything there is pretty nice, but the actual waterfall, like, that was super cool.
Yeah. So you like, yeah, I mean, that's the big thing, really. Like the nice part about it, the care and everything, is because it's in this really awesome setting and like kind of in the mountains, like right on the edge.
Yeah. I wanted to, like, the whole time, my professional, just not talking like a crazy person, I held back from saying that that's where I want to go to die, because I know that that probably wouldn't be sensitive, but that place is really cool.
I mean, I think that's what it's for.
I know, I get it. And like she even kind of like every now and then would say something like that, but I mean not insensitive. Like, she is a professional in that particular, like hospice and everything. So I feel like when I say it, it sounds more morbid and just kind of rude, but when she says it, it's like, oh, this is what you do. This makes sense.
Yeah, I think it depends on the context.
Like, imagine, haha, I would like to come here to die. It's so nice.
Well,
like,
you didn't have to ha-ha, but
yeah, but you do, because you can't seriously be like, I want to come here to die.
I mean, that's what she's looking for.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe not 24-year-olds to say.
I'm not 24. How old do you think I am? Are you joking?
He's nice.
Are you talking about Kyle?
He's nice. I love my husband because he's so nice. You're 24.
Okay, cool. I'll take it.
So anyway, they're not looking for a 24-year-old to be like, I want to come here and die.
Would it count if I like took some real bad? I mean, what if I was like young and dying? Like, what if I had something real bad going on? Could I go there to die, or do I have to be old?
I think you could go there.
I
mean, it's like, I guess the general audience or target market of, and because Medicare covers hospice services 100%. And like a kid couldn't have Medicare. Maybe they could.
But like, what if I had, I mean, I don't even want to say it because it just sounds bad. Like, just any sort of like bad anything where I would die. But like, I see it in the news, like every now and then, like the tabloids, like there was something that came up in the what? In the tabloids.
The tabloids.
No, this is a bad because it was COVID, but I saw like some bride or whatever, some lady was supposed to get married and she was in the hospital, and then 5 days later, after what was supposed to be her wedding day, she died. But like, that's the Rona. Yeah, it's really sad. But I'm just saying, like, what if I didn't have the Rona, but I was like really sick and I knew that I was about to die? Like, could I go there to die?
I mean, yeah, like they're just charging a rate to be there. But like,
did you ever ask her how much they charge? Do you know that?
I don't need to know.
Yeah, right. We don't need to know now. But
I mean, like she asked, but probably because like if she's going to be like offering the service, it helps to know. But I wouldn't be like arranging somebody to go there. So yeah, that's on them to finish a sale.
I liked how like excited she was about it. Like, she seemed really into it.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that like as we were walking away, how, or maybe it was when we were walking into Walmart, but she seemed to be like on board with the idea of it even just being audio recording only.
Yeah.
So,
and then the video was like, oh,
yeah,
like you could really capture the essence of this place and like how relaxing and comforting it is.
Yep.
I would live there.
Yeah, it's really
super
nice.
Cool.
It is very cool. I like it. And sounds like, I mean, it's a new business too, so
yeah,
sounds like
it's gonna pick up. I don't see it's interesting because that seems like a place that would be popping. Like, I feel like there will be a wait list.
I know.
It's so cool.
That's what I'm like.
Just
and I'm glad that you can see that.
Yeah.
And like, I wonder.
I think that about your business too. But like, again, like, it's just the marketing aspect. She said marketing like 20 times. Like, she knows that. She understands that it takes like getting the word out for something to really become a thing. Like, your business, everything, like, it's really great. I mean, if more people, even across the country, like if it got into the right people's just like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like that. It just would make sense.
That's
but-
why I'm like hoping that the podcast has at least a little bit more reach, because at least I'm offering it for free. So if more people find out about that, then they would find out about Story to Record. So like, I'm hoping that branches out, and I could just like do the podcast with somebody who lives wherever. They don't have to
Right.
live in just this area. So I'm hoping that has some effect. But I'm still marketing. The video of Gene, when I was just talking to him about like why he's doing it, that's up to like 6.6 thousand views.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jane's video is up to 6,000 views.
6.6.
Wow. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I do market.
Yeah.
It just has to get to the right people.
Right.
And then like what I was talking about with Becky, who's one of the owners or founders of this hospice home, is like more, I guess, beyond getting it in front of the right person, that person then has to feel like they need it. So that's probably the most difficult part of figuring out business, is like, yeah, you can put it in front of as many people who think it's cool or like are interested as you want, but that doesn't mean that they're going to spend any money toward it unless they feel like they need it, or there's some sense of urgency or popularity or demand of some sort. So that's really the importance of marketing. And then there's this whole thing where it's like, who do you trust with marketing? Because there are a lot of people who offer marketing services, but I've seen even local companies around here who have marketing agencies, and then their website looks like crap. And I'm like, I don't know how like, if my website looks better than a marketing agency's website, that's a bad start. But I guess their skill set may not necessarily be in
A certain thing.
website, but that's a huge part of marketing. So
Yeah, most marketing, even when I was in school for marketing, is like, I guess just like the platforms, because like back then it was a lot of just commercials, TV, like
Right.
TV, you market on
Right.
TV. I mean, there was still social media and everything, but it wasn't as broad.
yeah,
Like there was like Facebook, I think, maybe MySpace still, I couldn't tell you, but like you have to
MySpace.
really get creative with it, and that's the thing, is like, because there are so many platforms now, I feel like it's like, who uses Instagram, or like what do old people use, or what do
Facebook.
rich people use, like LinkedIn, like that
Yeah.
seems to be a big one too.
I know, that's really where I'm at now.
Mhm.
Not even that I'm on LinkedIn, like I'll get on there and I'll just crank out like in friend requests, essentially connection requests, but I don't like post on there, really interact with anything. I definitely don't scroll the news feed on LinkedIn, and maybe I should, but I feel fortunate in that my target audience is older adults. Older adults typically are on Facebook.
Mhm.
So that seems to be good. That doesn't necessarily mean that people who could afford my service, or people who who feel like they need Story to Record service are on Facebook, or are at least active on Facebook enough to see the advertisements when I'm running them.
Mhm.
I don't know, but LinkedIn seems like definitely a good place to interact with people in the niche, or at least in that area of service. So I'm trying to get a little bit more familiar with it, and I probably should do more outreach. It just kind of goes back to like, at my previous job, I felt stifled with Story to Record when I got called out for having the business. So literally you could look at like the ads I ran, the work I put in, the amount of energy I spent talking about it, you could see probably starting at that date a huge drop off. Just like with this podcast. We're doing 18 episodes, then I got called out for it. We took a long break off of it. We came back with it.
Did we take a break? Were we not podcasting for a while?
For like 6 months, probably.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, this was like right after our wedding. That's when I got called out for it. It was like September when we got married at the end of August. So, yeah, and then we ended up taking a while off, and then we came back with episode 19, and that's where it's all public again, is episode 19 and beyond. I think episode 9 with Mux Mool is public, and I could just make the rest public because I don't work there anymore.
Some of the other ones. There are some, I feel like the earlier ones like the Breckenridge one, I feel like I was drinking pretty heavy that episode. I feel like there are some things that I talked about in that episode that might not be the best.
All right. Well, then whatever. People aren't asking to see any early episodes.
It was mostly just me calling my old volleyball team like meanies and stuff like that, and they suck and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
you just
it now.
said it right now. So.
That's okay. No one listens. They don't listen. None of my friends listen. I don't
no,
think Courtney
no one
listens.
Only people in Singapore, Australia,
So it's okay.
Germany.
Yeah, that's fair. You could.
Shout out to all you. But yeah, I it's okay. I'm fine to leave them that way. Maybe one day if we get to a place where it
when
really...
we're 40.
When we're
do you think we'll do this until we're 50?
I hope so.
Can I talk from the side of the mic and you can still hear me?
Yeah, it's not as good, but it's okay.
From underneath?
It's not at all meant to be spoken.
I know, but if it's a good mic, shouldn't I be able to talk into the side of it?
No, I mean, there are really good mics that you can do that. Actually, there was that one that I like. It costs the same amount, but there was that other one that I was looking at that kind of allows you to be able to do that more. But whatever.
I just had a thought. Maybe we should call it so you can get 30 minutes of playtime with Bailey and Jesse before they go to sleep.
It's Saturday. They may end up staying up later, but it's okay. I'm enjoying this, and the reality is I'm probably going to go from here and start working on the podcast.
Why?
So I won't really be paying attention because I would love to just have one day off. It would be nice.
But can you play games and do I've seen you do it at the same time, right? Where you can kind of like...
Yeah, I'm not really effective at either.
Yeah.
But...
So why don't... we can keep going if you want, but I wouldn't mind tending to this chicken pot pie over here. That's half made. Unless you want to keep going. That's fine too. Sorry, I'm fine. I'm just here for whatever.
Well, if you want to, I'm okay. I feel okay right now.
Okay.
Do you want to go tend to that? And then I'll just rattle off like...
the radio?
Yeah, like the radio. Like
yeah,
can
we do that? I'm going to start working on that, and then you can keep talking, but I'll pop in.
Okay.
I'll pop in and out. Sorry, I'm hungry.
What was I talking about, though?
You were talking about playing video games and podcasting.
No, probably something about podcasting, and I know that we were talking about... Yeah. So maybe someday we'll release those. Maybe not. Wait until we're 40 years old, but we'll see. Like Kirsten suggested today, like we could potentially just take today off or take this week off of the podcast and we could.
Because then you'd feel like you're behind.
Yeah, I would feel like I'm behind. You're right. And that's like, I don't know. I don't think that it's, for a lot of things, I wouldn't feel that way. But I think that that's a testament to just liking doing this, even though there's nothing else tied to it outside of just we're doing it. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with putting in the work. I'm cool with paying half attention to video games and half attention to editing this just because it's ours. It's our thing, and nobody else, like, I mean, people can have an influence. I was just obviously talking about how business took a hit. Podcast has taken a hit because of outside influence. And really, that's like somebody being your boss. But the ultimate, I mean, and how refreshing would it be to just know that like this is completely Kirsten and my podcast, and nobody can really say anything to change that or affect my desire or ability or determination to keep at least putting out one of these a week. So it can be tough. It can be tough, especially just working in a career field where like privacy is so important. And of course, I really don't get in detail about work at all.
Not even with me.
Not even, well, of course not. I don't get in detail about work with anyone, but it, like, I know that can kind of, I mean, it might just seem kind of weird too, because like obviously we have jobs, we work, and Kirsten has talked about her job, but like legally there's only so much I could say about what I do.
In my job?
No, with me.
Well, yes, because of stock prices.
Well,
Insider trading.
anyway, yeah. So there's only so much I could really even say about it, but I was obviously talking about Story to Record all the time, giving updates on that, and there's still stuff being done. Like we're recording Jesse Novencito, shout out to Juicop. We're recording Just Us and Sometimes Other People. Check us out. Kirsten and I were on episode 6. It's their podcast. Great. Anyhow, Jesse and I were doing the Story to Record podcast and like fitting it in, and I haven't scheduled. There's one person who showed interest, sent their phone number, and wants to be interviewed, but I haven't scheduled it yet just because I don't know what my work schedule is going to be. So that makes it a little bit tough, but it's still something that I'm, I mean, we just talked about our meeting today with the hospice home. Obviously, it's still something that I'm working towards and I'm passionate about. It's just difficult when it's like, there are other things that have to happen. Like it had to happen. Kirsten had to call me out, and I had to change my work situation to like have a guaranteed way for us to live a more comfortable life. And not that we're like really struggling, but and I mean, of course we have roommates, so like if we didn't have roommates, this would be a different story, but just a way to get one step closer to ensuring that we could live independently and more comfortably. And like the reality is, if it's requires that I have to not do the radio show with my brother every week, or if it requires that I don't have to do or like it requires me to not do the Story to Record podcast on a regular schedule, or to spend all of my time talking about Story to Record or working towards Story to Record, then I just have to make a priority, and I did. So now that I have this stuff, now that I have a new job and that's in place, I think it's just a matter of getting my routine down again enough to where I know what I can handle with this with my not working time, so that I can schedule more stuff for Story to Record and stuff. So yeah, anyhow, I know that I would talk about it a lot. Some of me is like not wanting to overwhelm people by talking about Story to Record so much, but yeah, just Kirsten. But at the same time, I'm still very passionate about it. It's still like my dream goal would be to only do Story to Record. And I've been very forthcoming about that with the people that I work with. And luckily, just being in a social work field, like that's a totally supportable, I mean, everyone is supportive. So everybody tends to be very supportive of the concept. Huh? Well, yes, Kirsten is obviously the most supportive, but just being in an industry, well, I can't even say that because I was in a social work job before this one that was supportive, but like not really. So I don't know. But it was just like, that wasn't a social worker who was stifling the podcast really, or stifling Story to Record.
Have you heard it all from Jess, if anything's been like...
No. Haven't checked in. Thought about it. Decided not to. So,
Are you okay if I use milk that is best by 12.5?
uh-oh. How's it smell?
Smells fine.
Kirsten's talking about, I don't want to smell it. That's a week ago.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, that's a week ago. And Kirsten just drank sour milk to prove a point that it's not sour. But it is. Okay, well, I'm glad that didn't go in. Thank you for trying it. Yeah, so anyway, like, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even have anything to do with social work. Maybe it just has to do with the individual people. But, no, I work as a therapist, like a talk therapist part-time.
That was not pleasant.
No, I bet it wasn't. And my supervisor has been nothing but supportive, and especially with Story to Record, awesome. Like, the chief operating officer of the entire company has been nothing but supportive about it. Awesome. Like, my new supervisor, very supportive. Yeah. So anyhow, everybody knows that this is something that I'm passionate about, something that I would really like to end up doing. And, you know, I had in the interview, they ask you like where you would want to be in 5 years or something like that. Maybe it was 3 years in this one, but I just had, you know, like, you have to be honest. And for me, I guess I've realized that 5 years ago, I wouldn't have really been able to comprehend where I would be in 5 years, like where I actually ended up in 5 years. So, I mean, 5 years ago, Kirsten and I were newly in a relationship. My mom was in good health. I had no aspirations of going to grad school. I was ripped. I had sick abs. I mean, so much has changed. So much has changed in 5 years. So I was like, I have no idea where I'm going to be in 5 years. And like, maybe the right answer is to say, like, I would love to continue doing this. And, you know, part of me does say that because my job is providing assistance, like in some form of or fashion, with like counseling or therapy or just offering a different perspective on the same situation. I really like that. So, of course, like, I want to keep doing that, but that's also what I'm trying to do with Story to Record as well. So I'm on the path. I guess I just have to keep working toward it, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate Kirsten all the time, but when she says things like, I feel like it's a matter of time before this becomes a popular thing or becomes successful in a sense, like, it means a lot to me. And I had that same feeling with that hospice home earlier today, just because it's something different, unique, but also highly desirable. So we'll see, but I'm busy and been working a lot this past week, and it's going to be probably just more intense. So pushing the podcast in because I can't not do it. But at the same time, like I said, I love a good relax. So anyway, feel like ending it near the word relax is probably pretty solid. I don't know if it's... I really don't even know if there's much else that's gone on aside from training and work, and got CPR certified this week. That's what's up. Nice. Kirsten just got a gallon of milk from the basement, so that's what's up. We got a cute pup. That's what's up. Oh, I got UFC 4. That's a cool video game. I picked that up this week. And, man, that was actually quite a ride. Kirsten, we have these, I think it's from IKEA. I don't actually know. No, it must be from Walmart.
What?
The dresser thing with the drawer.
IKEA?
No, it's from Walmart.
Yes, that was my Christmas present.
Well,
3 little drawers.
they're these like vinyl cubic, it's like a little pseudo dresser, and it's got an open back as well, and it's just a series, like a grid, a series of squares stacked on top of each other, 3x3, and some of them had bins in them, and some of them were meant to be open, and we've used that for clothes, a lot of workout clothes and clutter, and that's nice. Yeah. So there were 4 open... Is that right? Yeah. So there were 4 open squares, and Kirsten asked me to pick up 3 bins. So I put that order in through Walmart online to pick up the next day. This looked like I placed the order late in the evening, but I saw that UFC 4, the video game, was half off. So video games are normally around $60 now. It was $30 at Walmart. So I was like, all right, if I'm going there to pick up these bins, I'll pick up a half off game. I love UFC. I love playing, I have UFC 3, and I love playing the earlier ones too. So I said, okay, I'll put this in the cart, paid for it. And it's like, we'll email you tomorrow when your order's ready. Should be ready by noon. And I got an email at 12:03 saying your order's not ready. And then another email at 1 that said your order was canceled. And so I had nothing else going on. Is that right? Was that loud? Yeah. I was done early in the day with training, and then it was like self-led CPR course and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm done. Then I'll go over to Walmart, pick these things up, come back, finish up all the training stuff that I have to do. So I was waiting, and I waited to get an email to say my order was canceled, but they still had the bin things. So I went there to pick up those 3 bins, no game, walked back to the electronics department of Walmart, which was a real disaster. It was a real mess back there. Christmas time. But even like, I was looking at their PlayStation games, which is behind a case, like behind the clear glass, and all of that was totally disorganized and a real mess. Like, you can't even access that as a shopper. So anyhow, looked bad, but I didn't see the game anywhere. I mean, I figured if they canceled that part of the order that it meant that they didn't have it, although yeah. So shame on the website for letting me place that order. But anyway, that was a bummer because it was supposed to be half off, but I stopped there and picked the bin things up and some gift wrap for Kirsten. Well, for us, I guess, while I was there. Yeah. And then like a few other, I think, hand sanitizer or something like that. I don't know. Car cleaner. Nice. That's what I did too. Okay. Yeah. On Tuesday when I went out to Walmart, and then I went to Best Buy, and in between, and I offered Chick-fil-A's that day. Yeah. Yeah. So I was at Walmart and left there, and while I was leaving there, I think is when I placed the order. Maybe it was while I was at Walmart, like a baller. So Walmart had the game for $30. Best Buy had the game for $35, and everywhere else had it for $60. And so I spent the extra $5 to order a curbside pickup for Best Buy, which is like a 10-minute drive maybe from that Walmart. And yeah. So anyway, I placed that order. It's like, it'll be ready in an hour. Cool. Went to the self-done car wash or whatever thing. Well, the do-it-yourself car wash. That is what the thing is. The do-it-yourself drive-in car wash, and clean the car. It was busy, so before I cleaned the outside of the car, I had time to wipe down the inside of the car, which was nice. And so it was all clean. Well, now it snowed, so now it's gonna. I mean, the inside I'll clean. I could clean the inside, but the outside, it's like, dang it! I just cleaned it. Now it snowed, and then it frosted and iced over, so it's gonna look bad. Anyway, I wiped down the inside of the car, and I cleaned it, and then I drove over to Best Buy, and I was like sitting in their outdoor area, like. They have like 6 parking spots that are meant for pickup orders. And then you go to your email and you press a button that says, I'm here. And they're like, our staff can be busy. If it takes more than 10 minutes, please call the store. And I think it took like 15 minutes or something. But there were 2 cars there before me. And each time it took so long for them to bring out the next order. I have no idea why. Like, it almost seemed like they didn't know why either. Like, they just take forever. I literally was sitting there and I watched an employee park, get out, walk into the store, come back out to the car, go back into the store, and then still like 10 minutes later, that employee brought me the item. Like, how does this take so long? Somebody could have just walked it out. I don't know.
Have you ever worked retail?
I mean, okay. It's a pandemic. People aren't going inside the store. The game is on a shelf 20 feet away. I already paid for it. I don't need a receipt.
So the answer is no.
The answer is, it doesn't matter if I've worked retail.
Yeah, but what about the service people?
I've worked in the service industry. I worked at a restaurant. That's like letting somebody sit for 15 minutes with not even bringing them a water. It's just like, how does that even happen? No, they weren't busy. No, I could visibly see. No, the person who took their time walking into the building and walking back out to their car and walking back in was the one who brought it. There was somebody working there before they showed up. Why couldn't that person have walked it out? Or when they brought an order for this person, why couldn't they have just also carried the game out and walked that over to my car? Why would they have to bring somebody their item, go back to the store, wait 5 minutes, and then bring out another item that you could hold in your hand? Whatever. And it's a disc version, and if I get a PS5, it won't even accept discs. So this is just out of hand. I don't know. At least I have the game. It was a doozy. It was a day. There's chicken pot pie on the stove. It's great to be alive. And Grapevine Furniture. Beautiful furniture in downtown Kalamazoo. And yeah. Anyway. Things are good. New job's good. People like... yeah. Anyway, things are good. Pretty awesome to know that my new coworkers appreciate stand-up comedy, and even more specifically, comedians like Tom Segura. So that is a breath of fresh air. So I know that there's going to be a good sense of humor and things are good. I'm busy, but life is good. Maybe I talked last week about having D'Angelo Yurchek on. We talked about him coming on last, us recording an episode this past week. Schedules didn't seem to work out, and we're rescheduled for 2 days from today. I don't know if schedules will work out, so because I don't know my schedule. So anyway, maybe he'll be on soon. Maybe he'll be on later, but that'll be something to look forward to. And in the meantime, thank you guys for listening or watching episode 64 of Taking the Credit. I am going to grab some spot on the couch, some prime real estate. And Kirsten, thank you.
This is such a wide cut. I keep hitting my head on things.
It was nice. Well, is there anything you want to...
I just came in here to end it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying
Just to wrap things up. Okay. Well, thank you for chicken pot pie. Jude, thank you for being a precious little pup. And thank you guys for listening, for watching, for being a part of this. Jesse and Bailey, if you guys are with us this far in this episode, shout out to you guys. You're always awesome. And everybody who listens and watches, you guys are awesome. And around the world, that's kind of crazy
Singapore.
to me. But thank you. Yeah.
This is the longest wrap up in the world.
That's fine. I've been going free solo.
Excuse me.
I've been going free
All
solo.
right. Well, thanks, friends.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Ding ding dong, ding ding dong, ping pong, bing bong.
Bing, 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 bong, bong, bing, bing,
bing bing bing
Bring, bring, bring.
bing 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 bong bing 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 bing
Doodaloo doodaloo.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hoodaloo doodaloo.
Ping, ping, ping.
Yoodaloo doodaloo.
Pong, pong, pong.
Rippee-pee-lee.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yoodaloo doodaloo.
Boop, boop, boop.
Hoobadoo-pee-pee-lee.
Beep, beep, boop, boop. Bling bang 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 bang.